A new program to permanently raise Social Security benefits. Let's get into it as we have a lot to cover in this video. But really quickly, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so yet, or if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as I'm here for you every single day with all of the latest updates as they're being released. So again, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe down below, and let's get right into this. All right, so just the other day, Congressman John Larson was out introducing the newly revised and expanded Social Security 2100, a sacred trust. Now, this is, like I said, an expanded and revised version of the original bill, which was actually introduced back in 2019, called the Social Security 2100 Act. Now, the whole purpose of this newly revised bill is to actually get bipartisan support throughout Congress. Now, to put it into perspective, when the original bill was introduced back in 2019, it had 200 co-sponsors. In other words, it had a lot of support throughout Congress. Now, this bill was just introduced the other day, and it already has almost 200 co-sponsors on this bill. That's really encouraging. Now, like I said, this was just introduced the other day by Congressman John Larson. So with that being said, I'm going to bring my wife in, Corey, right now, and she's going to read an article to you that actually gives you more information on the Social Security 2100, a sacred trust, the newly revised and expanded version of this bill that they want to bring to the floor and actually get this thing passed through within a matter of the next few months here. It's actually pretty encouraging. So let's get into that reading here in the article, and I'll catch you again in just a minute, and we can go through the key takeaways out of this article. So with that being said, Corey, take it away, and I'll see you again in just a minute.
This is an article from CNBC.com by Lori Conish. Congress has a new plan to fix Social Security, how it would change benefits. House Democrats are reintroducing a Social Security reform bill popular with their party. This time, it features some changes aimed at attracting more support from Republicans. The bill, known as the Social Security 2100 Act, is being brought forward by Representative John Larson, chairman of the House Ways and Means Subcommittee on Social Security. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Richard Neal appeared with Larson on Tuesday to announce the reintroduction of the bill. Neal urged lawmakers to offset the concentration of wealth, which has become more prevalent in the U.S., by embracing the Social Security proposal and extending the expanded child tax credit. We have this rare moment to accomplish achievements, and this is the time to do it, he said. The new version of the bill, called Social Security 2100, a sacred trust, follows the Social Security Administration's latest estimates that the trust funds that support the program will be depleted in just 13 years. At that time, in 2034, only 78% of promised benefits will be payable. The bill proposes extending that date to 2038 to give Congress more time to come up with a long-term solution to the problem's solvency issues. The measure would also incorporate proposals made by President Joe Biden during his presidential campaign. We have a person on Pennsylvania Avenue who knows and understands that Social Security is a sacred trust, Larson said of Biden. This new bill combines Biden's proposals with House Ways and Means initiatives to expand and enhance Social Security benefits, he said. I've got a lot that's attractive and nothing that I think should cause Democrats problems in an election year, said Nancy Altman, president of Social Security Works, an advocacy group that promotes expanding benefits. Like Biden's plan, the Social Security 2100 Act would set a higher minimum benefit for low-income workers. Benefits would be set at 125% above the poverty line and tied to current wage levels. There's also a benefit boost for both new and existing beneficiaries, amounting to about 2% of the average benefit. Annual cost of living adjustments would be tied to the Consumer Price Index for the Elderly, or CPIE. The argument is that this experimental index may better reflect the costs seniors face. Biden also included the change in his Social Security proposal. Notably, the Social Security 2100 Act, proposed in 2019, has more than 200 co-sponsors, though all were Democrats. On Tuesday, lawmakers indicated that the new version of the bill has already drawn a similar level of support. Social Security checks helped my family through. It's why my brother and I were able to go to college, or Ocasio-Cortez said. It's why I felt confident while I was at college that my mom would be able to have something to eat. To have that social safety net isn't just good for us individually for peace of mind. It helps us feel like we are part of a society that respects our elders and values our vulnerable. The plan also integrates a couple of elements that might help draw support from across the aisle. The new version would repeal rules that reduce Social Security benefits for public workers and their spouses, widows or widowers who also have a pension income. These are also known as a windfall elimination provision and government pension offset. This issue came up at a recent House hearing on Social Security and has bipartisan support. The elimination of one proposal, a higher payroll tax rate, may also help draw more support. The Social Security 2100 Act has previously called for gradually increasing contributions to the program from workers and employers to 7.4%, up from the current rate of 6.2% over roughly 20 years. However, the legislation does call for increasing Social Security taxes paid by higher wage earners. In 2021, those taxes are capped at $142,800 in wages, and in 2022 will rise to $147,000. This proposal reapplies taxes on wages at $400,000 and up, which is also in line with what Biden has proposed. At the same time, the bill would also raise the thresholds above which income, including Social Security, is taxed. The plan calls for changing that to $35,000 for individuals and $50,000 for couples, up from $25,000 and $32,000 respectively. The bill would also prevent the reduction of benefits for certain beneficiaries if the national average wage index declines due to unforeseen circumstances such as events impacting the economy. It would also require the SSA to mail paper statements to all workers ages 25 and up unless they request electronic delivery. The other changes in the bill include extending benefits for students up through age 25, increasing certain widow and widowers' benefits, boosting beneficiaries' benefits after 15 years, eliminating a 5-month waiting period to receive disability benefits, and creating caregiver credits so that the retirement benefits of those who take time out of the workforce are not reduced. It remains to be seen how much attention this bill will get amid Congress's busy legislative agenda and whether it will be embraced by Republican lawmakers. However, advocates such as Social Security Works are optimistic. We're all hoping that after they finish, however they finish the reconciliation and the debt limit and all the other things, that they will bring up Social Security, Altman said. The National Committee to Preserve Social Security and Medicare was also among the groups to support the proposal. There is good news for everyone in this bill, which is only fitting since Social Security touches almost every American's life, said Max Richman, the organization's president and CEO. It is time for the full House to pass Representative Larson's bill and send it on to the Senate.
All right, so there it is. As you can see, this was a really well-written article specifically about the Social Security 2100, a sacred trust, introduced by Congressman John Larson. Now, a couple key takeaways out of this. First off, you can see right there in the article, they did confirm that they have almost 200 co-sponsors right here on the bill already, and it was just introduced a few days ago. That is awesome to see right there. A couple other things that you could probably notice in this reading and the article was that they want to establish a minimum guaranteed benefit of 125% of the federal poverty line, which would be absolutely amazing for so many beneficiaries who are receiving significantly less than that, and really give those beneficiaries a nice boost to benefits. One more thing, they also mentioned that this is going to be a redistribution of wealth in this country. Did you catch that line? So the whole purpose behind this is a lot of people are saying, hey, there's a lot of people who are doing really, really well right now. There's a lot of very wealthy people in this country. Let's redistribute some of their wealth. And they actually cited the child tax credit payments as basically something very similar to that, right? So basically having higher income people, high net worth people pay higher taxes and ultimately take that money and shuffle it back to lower income individuals, especially those people living on a small fixed income benefit like Social Security benefits, right? So anyway, there was a lot of good stuff in that article right there. I've had a number of different questions about this since I originally brought this to you just a few days ago as Congressman John Larson was introducing it, and I wanted to come back with this article to kind of wrap things up from a different person's perspective. So that right there in the article, the author of that, and everything that they have written about. So a lot of really good stuff right there, and I hope this helps to better answer some questions for you regarding the Social Security 2100, a sacred trust. Now remember, this is the newly expanded and revised version of the original bill, which was the Social Security 2100 Act back in 2019. So again, hope this helps you out. Please leave any comments or questions down below. I'll do what I can to answer those for you, and just come back and do whatever I can to continue to be here for you, keep you updated, and ultimately continue to be your one and only daily advocate. So thanks again for watching this. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe down below. It's totally free to do so. And share this video with your friends, family, and social media. And always go back and check out some of the other videos right here on the channel, as we have almost 1,800 videos. Thanks again. I really do appreciate it. I'll catch you again later in the next video.